Well, yeah, this works. Is anybody left in the parking lot? Okay, we're about to light candles. So anybody that wants to join us for candle lighting and Kiddush and the beginning of services can make their way in now that we're calm and ready for Shabbat. Too bad we don't have any time to just lull them right to sleep. He says his fees are very reasonable. Anyone looking to hire? Come over here, guys. Over here, this side. We're gonna come out from behind here. We're gonna come over here. Hang out right here. Come here. All right.
That is our first kid.
Together. Everybody come out. You want to come out with us? All right. Okay, what do we bring into our heart when we light the candles?
We're doing the light of Shabbat.
We're doing the light of Shabbat once for and once for.
Ready? Bring the light of the Shabbat once for yourself, once for your family, and once for the whole world. Pretend you have a cookie.
Hold it up high.
Take a sip of your wine. Tomato juice.
Yours tastes like tomato juice. That's interesting. Yours tastes like wine. Okay.
All right.
Gummy bear.
You guys can go find your people.
Finish your pizza. We go this way. We go this way. Baby Yoda.
All right.
You're gonna come sit with me?
I just sent you away, some of you too soon probably, because we're going to start services this evening with our birthday blessing. So if it is your birthday, please come on up. We're going to do a special birthday blessing and sing Shechianu. Any November birthdays or birthdays in the past week?
It could have been a late October birthday. We didn't come for
October, November.
October, November. We'll do what you want.
Those ones? You want cupcakes? Yeah, cupcakes.
And girls, don't be
Adults, please, I have birthday glasses for you too. Please come on up. Any birthdays, come on up. Jojo, if you want to sit there, we can sing to you from there. For you. Actually, you can choose whichever one you like. Yes, of course. Every first Friday, we're going to do birthday blessings, so you can look forward
Don't have me be the only one here.
Of November. Is your birthday in November? Oh, take some sunglasses. Yeah. Any other November birthdays or last week of October we missed you? Oh, when's your birthday? Like April? March. Anyone else? Shira, when's your birthday? November 4th? Wow. Owen, what are you doing? Oh, oh yeah. All right. So when we get to a super special moment, we say a prayer that thanks God for all the blessings in our life. And we're going to start with Shechianu, and then we'll sing Happy Birthday.
Sheesh, turn around. Everybody say happy birthday. Riley.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you. Yom Halelet Sameach. Yom Halelet Sameach. Yom Halelet Sameach. Yom Halelet Sameach.
Happy birthday. Mazel tov. All right. Welcome, everybody. Shabbat shalom. So glad you're all here. I hope you're appropriately dressed or under one of the heaters. We are going to get started with a song with a few words, not too many, on page 9 of our green prayer books. Does anybody have a green prayer book? Did you grab it on the way in? I don't think they were on chairs. How many people don't have? A bunch of people. All right. Who's here? We're going to start passing them out, but here are the words. You can repeat after me. Ya'aloz.
Ya'aloz.
Sadai.
Sadai.
Vechol.
Bechol.
Vechol.
Bechol.
Asher.
Asher.
Bo.
Bo.
Az.
Az.
Yeranenu.
Yeranenu.
Kol.
Kol.
Atzei.
Atzei.
Ya'ar.
Ya'ar.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are the most beautiful rabbi of all time.
You are the most beautiful rabbi of all time.
All right. So if you're just getting a prayer book, we are on page 9. We've been singing this a few times. This is probably like our third Shabbat singing it. It's kind of fun. It just repeats itself. So by like the third or fourth verse, I hope you'll join. You'll get the hang of it and join with us. You ready?
Ya'aloz Sadai Vechol Asher Bo Ya'aloz Sadai Ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai Vechol Asher Bo Ya'aloz Sadai.
I realized I didn't tell you where it was on the page. It's like a scavenger hunt. It is most of the way down. You'll see at the bottom of page 9, 4 verses up in English or Hebrew. Ya'aloz Sadai. And this third verse from the bottom, Az Yeranenu. That's it. From Psalm 96. That's the only 2 lines we're singing. All right? And just so you know, it means the fields and everything in them exult. We first sang the song during Sukkot. Then shall all the trees and forests shout for joy. So we're just trying to be like the trees in the forest shouting for joy this Shabbat as we welcome Shabbat, this special night. Ready?
Ya'aloz Sadai Vechol Asher Bo Ya'aloz Sadai Ay 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 Ya'aloz Sadai וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי. איי 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 אז ירננו כל עצי יער, 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 יעלו שדי. וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי. איי 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 יעלו שדי. וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי. איי 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 אז ירננו כל עצי יער, 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 יעלו שדי. וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי. איי 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 יעלו שדי. וכל אשר בו יעלו שדי. איי 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 איי.
Page 16. You've probably never seen me in a tie except for on the high holidays, so you might be wondering, why are you dressed like that? And the answer is that I came straight here from a wedding. Never done a Friday wedding before, like pre-Shabbat wedding. And as the bride comes down, the bride entrance isn't just like normal down the aisle. The bride climbed to the top of the venue and walked down the staircase that was really magical and princess-like. And the whole time, I was thinking about Lecha Dodi and greeting the Sabbath bride, and how on this Friday night I was watching this beautiful bride come down from like the heavens, almost. And it was just such a magical moment. I didn't actually mention it to them, but I'm mentioning it to all of you that I just had this really cool experience. So I wanted you to at least have that image of this beautiful bride coming down from the clouds into her wedding, which is kind of how we greet the Sabbath bride on Shabbat. So, Lecha Dodi, greeting the Sabbath bride, is on page 16. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. A reminder, that's Rabbi Scott Gelman's PIN number for his debit card. I hope it's not anymore, because I tell so many people that. I love the background singers.
לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, עם שמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, השם ולתפארת ולגדילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. לקראת שבת מכובד לך, את כל הברכה, בראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך תגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת לקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה Shabbat nekabela.
We rise and face the entrance as we greet the Shekhinah Sabbath bride.
בואי בשלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוניה סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, הנה שבת נקבלה. יא לה לה יא לה לה יא לה לה Kabela, Lechadodi, Ikakala, Tene Shabbat, Lekabela.
We remain standing and turn to page 24 for our call to worship the Baruch Hu. On the bottom of page 27 is a reading from Erev Aravim by Amos Oz. I know that the tide is not an independent force, but merely the submission of the water to the movement of the moon in its orbit. And this orbit in its turn is subject to other orbits which are mightier far than it. And so the whole universe is held fast in the clinging grip of strong hands, the forces of earth and sun, planets and comets and galaxies, blindly erupting forces ceaselessly stirring in ripples of silence to the very depth of black space. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. The Shema, the prayer of unity, is on page 30.
Yisrael Adonai Elohim Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Elohim Adonai Echad Yisrael Adonai Elohim Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
So as Eitan and I were preparing for tonight, we always sing through the service. And Eitan started singing a Via Hafta that I had probably not heard in close to a decade. And Eitan said, we used to play this so much that it fell out of favor and we kind of stopped singing it. I was like, yeah, I can understand how that happens. But we should show how much we love this song, this version of the Via Hafta on Friday night services, because it's just so fun. The tune may be a little different, or you might know it, because last time I played this game, Jeremy, of course, knew it. But the words are the same, so maybe you can pick up the tune. We're doing the Hebrew words for Via Hafta, and the tune's kind of fun, so bare minimum, just like bop along.
It starts with a nizum too, so you don't even need to know the words yet. את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקטן להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות עיניך לצדקה על מזוזות ביתך מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Good times. I hope you enjoyed our jam session. On page 35, we read together at the top. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Our prayer for that, for redemption, is Mi Chamocha on the next page, page 36. wanted to share a poem with you as we enter the Hebrew month of Kislev, the month of darkness, and the month of Hanukkah. And it's by Rabbi Yael Levi. Earlier today, before sunset, began the Hebrew month of Kislev. This month calls us to welcome darkness as a friend, a teacher, a guide. The mind can say no, the heart can constrict with fear, and darkness will come anyway. What if we enter this new season with inquisitive curiosity and consider it a gateway to mystery, where imagination flourishes, intuition is nurtured, and messengers in many guises appear? Kislev, the darkest month of the Jewish year, calls us to break through what the rational insists upon, what habit has defined, and what the mind says is possible. Cultivate a courageous imagination, Kislev calls, and lift your eyes to what darkness will reveal. The psalmist sings, "Light shines in darkness, lights of graciousness, compassion, and justice." May this new month open gates of mystery, revealing new paths and possibilities. May it inspire our vision and insight and nurture our souls with joyful courage. As we welcome the dark, we pray for shelter and peace so our mind can say yes and our heart can open in love. We join in our prayer of shelter and peace, Hashkivenu, on page 38.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. Ve'havivenu shomeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us the wrong from right.
We continue now with our Amidah. We'll join together in the words Adonai Sfatai Tivtach on page 130, and then continue silently to Shalom Rav on page 148. We rise if we are able for Tefillah.
Adonai Sfatai Tivtach ufi Tehillah. Adonai
You may be seated when you're finished. And we are on page 148, a prayer for peace this evening.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon Bechol HaShalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon Bechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
My sister Alyssa and I grew up together. She's only 2 years younger than me. Watched the same Disney movies, spent our summers at Camp Harlem, sometimes with Eitan. We berated referees and loved our Philly sports. But for some reason, we never saw eye to eye on much. And my parents actually have similar relationships with their siblings. Though the love is unconditional, we always failed in our family to achieve that buddy-buddy relationship with our siblings. This week we read Toldot, the Hebrew, which means twins, basically. We're introduced to Isaac and Esau, a sibling duo that also doesn't see eye to eye on much. Over the years, the rabbis have colored a black and white contrast between them, of good versus bad, us versus them, charmer versus brute. We read God talking to Rivka, to Rebekah, 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples shall be separated from you. I don't know if there's any twins out there, but it's not a particularly nice verse. And we understand why we traditionally read this as divisive, as the birth of a yin and a yang, and us Jews versus them Gentiles, us Jews with Yaakov, them Jews with Esau. In the Sephorno commentary, in one commentary, we're taught that Rivka's carrying 2 peoples who have opposing ideas of nationalism. It distinguishes not only will they have different communities of faith, but different political and national identities. In another commentary, we're taught that Jacob and Esau have diverging philosophies, leading to inevitable conflict. For the success of one is the fall of the other. And another commentator in the 19th century teaches that there's a connection between the word teomim, twins, and temimim, which means purely or totally or completely, wholly, with a W. He ascribed Esau as purely wicked and Jacob the opposite. But as I read this verse for the first time, studying it and writing a devar on it in my first year of rabbinical school, I was struck that what they didn't note, the commentators, was that the only thing that they purely, totally, wholly are is brothers. That they may be fundamentally different, that difference doesn't have to create an irreparable polarization that's void of love or respect. That difference presents an opportunity to grow, to learn, to broaden your horizons, and inch closer to your own completeness. The first time I visited Michael Levin's grave at Har Herzl, who was a soldier in the IDF, a lone soldier from suburban Philadelphia. He died in the 2006 Lebanon War, and I happened to be in Israel that summer for the first time. So the Philadelphia connection, the lone soldier, the first time in Israel, I felt very spiritually moved visiting Michael's grave. I was struck by the Philadelphia paraphernalia that all these visitors left. Mini footballs, hats, helmets, notes, shirts, pictures, and littered among the pile of Phillies hats, Jacob hats, the good guy, lay a lone hat, a Cowboys hat, an Esau hat. Sorry if there's any Cowboys fans out here. What disrespectful fool put this hat among Michael's cherished Philadelphia teams? I was almost offended, honestly, until I kind of brushed this childish rivalry away. The hat was placed there out of solidarity. To say this rivalry, this meaningless game, means nothing. Our brotherhood, our humanity reigns far above any difference of opinion we might have had in life, let alone our football team of choice. Perhaps then this isn't a story about divisiveness, about us versus them, about black versus white. This is a story about embrace. At the end of Jacob and Esau's ordeal comes embrace. Not a fake handshake and smiles for show, but a genuine, emotional, physical embrace of brothers who have been separated for too long. It teaches us that though we may disagree, trivially or fundamentally, we all come from the same mother. Whether your political affiliations or your anything, whatever opposite sides of any spectrum you find yourselves on, whether you're a Jacob or an Esau, we grow stronger and wiser from each other's differences, and each deserve to be treated with dignity. My yin is nothing without your yang, and the piano is nothing without the black keys. Shabbat shalom. We turn our loving thoughts now to our family members, our friends, those in our world who need a prayer of healing this Shabbat. The Misha Berach can be found on page 175 in the top. And before we sing together, we'll share any names out loud or in our heart that we're thinking of this evening. We'll start over here. We'll join together.
May the source of praise, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing and let us say, Amen. Mishevera mimotenu mekor habracha le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, a renewal of body, a renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Also, one correction. Toldo doesn't mean twins. It means generations. I wanted to make sure I corrected that, but I forgot after I finished. We begin our concluding prayers with Aleinu on page 186. We'll chant there and then turn to 191. 191? Nope. And then 189 or 188, either or. It's all there. We rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ויוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב עיקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אינו, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו, ידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחתנו, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Our thoughts turn now to our loved ones who we've lost at this season in years past. This week as a community, we remember Shirley Bletcher, the mother of Terry Bletcher, Jared Block, the brother of Diane Nathan, Yara Mashmore, the birth mother of Aaron Ben Yehuda and Marlene Cole's son Joshua, Bernard Podjensky, uncle of Harris Tolchin, Jeffrey Allen Seifert, brother of Nancy Golden, Carol Rosenblum, wife of Robert Ginsburg, and Abraham Tolchin, the father of Harris Tolchin. Is anyone else observing a yahrzeit or in a period of mourning and would like to share a name with the community? We'll do so at this time. We turn to, where is it? Went too far. What? 193. We turn to page 193 and join together in Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, Vita dar, vita le, vita lal, shmei b'kudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, huya aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. And the one who creates harmony on high, bring peace to us and to all Israel. And together we say, Amen. You may be seated. I didn't forget you this time.
We are so happy you are able. We are so happy you are able to join us. My name is Jeremy Diamond.
And I'm Paul Diamond.
Here's what's going.
Here's what's going on. Tomorrow, please join us for virtual Torah Cafe at 9:30. Bring your caffeine, any kind, and don't bring the commentary. On Sunday the 7th, Rabbi Alex's class is Judaism God Optional, which will begin at 10 o'clock on Zoom. They'll survey text from the Torah until today in an attempt to evolve our collective and personal theologies. There's information on the website and in the weekly email. And also on this Sunday,
Social Action Community will be having their meeting via Zoom beginning at 11 o'clock a.m.
so please email Ari Hayar for an invite, or you can, I guess, email the office and they'll get back to you. On Monday the 8th at 9 a.m., you're invited to a classics breakfast at Froman's with Rabbi Alex. And on Thursday the 11th, the temple and the ECC will be closed in observance of Veterans Day. Next Friday, right back here, 6:30 in the Gan, followed by Oneg. We hope you'll be here. Hopefully the heaters are keeping people relatively thawed. Coming up, save the date for our outdoor Hanukkah boutique, which will be held on Sunday the 14th. So that's in 2 weeks. From 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. here at Bashir Shalom. There will be jewelry, books, food, clothing, and much, much, much more. Our next restaurant fundraiser will be at Holy Cow on the 16th. That's Tuesday. And it'll be all day from 11 till 8 p.m. And they will donate 10% of your purchase to the temple. And then our social action committee would like you to do. Jeremy, what do you think about Holy Cow?
Have a delicious meal and help BSF at the same time.
The Social Action Committee would like you to do a mitzvah. We'll be partnering with Sojourn Domestic Violence Women's Shelters this Hanukkah season, and in particular to help teens an age group that can be forgotten during the holidays. Sojourn has provided us with their Amazon wish list. You can go to the set list email and find the link, and we thank you for your participation. So it's very easy. Click on the link. There are a number of things you can select from to buy, and it will get taken care of. So Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for being here.
Shabbat.
We'll see you right back here again soon.
Shabbat Shalom.
Conclude this evening before Motzi and cookies for the kids, obviously, with Oseh Shalom. Join with us.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'achol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom b'mroma, u'yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mroma, u'yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom b'mroma, u'yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. You know the drill. Go ahead. We give thanks to God for our voices right and be correct as our hands when we said Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Ha'osi lechem min haaretz.
Food right there.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat shalom.